Hey, what's up? Can you imagine if someone described The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody as a show about property-based twins? I don't even know why I thought of that. I thought it'd be funny. Anyways, do you know HGTV's Property Brothers, Drew and Jonathan? Well, first of all, yeah you do, they're the Zach and Cody of reality television. Aside from being multimillionaires and global icons, they also have a humble little YouTube channel just showing that they're not too different from you or I. When I first saw they had a channel, I just assumed it was like a corporate account type deal, like kind of how Gordon Ramsay and he has like 5-minute recipes and things like that. I thought they would just have like property or like household based like tips and tricks. It isn't that, by the way, or at least it definitely didn't used to be that. I mean, for example, I have to admit, I was a little surprised that their YouTube channel is home to their old Vine clips. To add to that, I was way more surprised to learn they were on Vine in the first place. Again, you'd think maybe the clips are related to property in some way or form, but no, they're comedy skits. The Property Brothers made comedy skits. That is an outrageous statement I just made.
Do we have to do the slave Leia thing?
But it's so hot.
It's a bit much, don't you think?
Don't hurt me, Jabba.
Don't call me Jabba.
Flowers.
Aww.
I turned your bear gray.
You're an idiot.
Some grade A stuff in there, clearly. Eventually, they started making more videos you would really expect to see on a Property Brothers YouTube channel. For example, how to hang a picture without a hammer. Makes sense, it's like property, household related. How to stop your area rug from slipping. Again, household item, it's a valuable tip. I hate when my rugs slide out from under me, so this is just some valuable insight from an industry vet. Then we have life hacks using bread clips. Okay, that's a little out of their realm, but no harm done. 3-ingredient homemade dog treat. All right, that isn't even in their field at all. Dancing videos, top 5 things guys want to ask girls but are afraid. Okay, well that's standard Property Brothers content. We're back. The funniest thing about these videos to me, like other than them just existing in the first place, is that like I said, these guys were already extremely successful and like super rich when they were making these. There is no need for them to be making videos like this where it seems like they're like trying to get famous. They're mega famous. Yet they still chose to film and edit all of this stuff themselves on like iMovie or something. This is an odd route to take because, like I've said a few times already, they are absolutely loaded. But they just stocked up on ideas and threw them all at the wall to see what would stick. In an anticlimactic ending, it was property-related videos that they ended up having the most success with because that's pretty much all they share on there now. Who would have guessed, right? Property videos for the Property Brothers. With this sort of a variety show of a YouTube channel they have going on here, it was inevitable that they would dip their toes in the one thing they're missing from like their entertainment catalog here, and that's music. And let me tell you, they really jumped in with both feet into music. They got passionate here. How do I know that? Well, again, the rest of their videos are extremely low quality, edited at like Jonathan's computer or something. But their country music videos, yes, they're country musicians, by the way, are filmed in Nashville with full-on production crews and behind-the-scenes video showing the entire production. I checked. I didn't see a behind-the-scenes video for bread clip life hacks, but that made it seem like kind of a giveaway that they were a little bit more passionate about the music. Yep, so the Property Brothers make music, which again is a hilarious statement. It's also something I've shown most people close to me because the actual music they make is about as funny as the idea of them making music. Their most popular song on their channel and of their music careers is called Hold On. Just a little simple tune about what home means to the Property Brothers. Something we can all relate to. We've all missed home. These guys are no different.
Go back again and again and again. Hold on, I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
I'd talk about this one more, but it's like if you heard it, it's obviously just like a very, very average vanilla song. It's not bad. It's not like good. Like I wouldn't listen to it, but when I hear it, I'm not like, oh, it's the worst thing I've ever heard. But they did sing it live once, at least once. Them singing this song live is also just like so cringy, and I hate using that word, but I mean like they're not singers. They're very okay, but it's like if I just sat down on stage with a microphone and started singing. Like you'd admire the effort, but the result is questionable.
Away, I live for these moments. My heart counts down the days. Hold on.
If you want to make it worse, just listen to the music without watching the video in the background.
Away, I live for these moments.
See, I don't know what it is, but not seeing them makes it just like you and the music, and it's something you don't want to deal with for too long. They're a versatile group, though. I have to give it to them. They have a country track about life on the road. That's their #1 hit, their most popular song. But they didn't want to just be tied down and defined by one genre. What artist does? So they filled up their cups, drank, and entered the party scene. And they made their presence felt in a big way. How? By covering the international anthem for parties, My House by Flo Rida, the hardest name in the rap game. It's funny that they did My House, actually, because my thought when I hear that song all the time is like, the song is like, it's great, but it could definitely be better if Drew and Jonathan Scott got their hands on it. I think that's the consensus from the industry.
You hear a knock at the door and the night begins. 'Cause we done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been.
Oh yeah, these guys are party animals. I love them walking around like, you already know what it is. You already know how the Property Brothers get down, let's not pretend like we don't. Women, cold ones, loud music, just having a typical Property Brothers day.
Sometimes you gotta stay in, yeah. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down, we don't have to go out.
This is probably like the #1 song that I can think of that just doesn't need to exist. Seriously, it just doesn't need to exist. There's zero valid arguments to be made for its existence. Like, why? Why did the Property Brothers need to cover My House by Flo Rida? Didn't need to be made. Society would have continued on perfectly fine without it. It probably would have thrived. I like how Carrot Top walks out too. Like, yeah, there's a cameo that'll get people fired up. Washed up prop comic Carrot Top. Okay, let's crank it to 11, folks. So that song is obviously ridiculous. The same can kind of be said for the next one. This is the one that I love to show people. It's called You Chose Me. Now, this song is only by Drew Scott because he made it for his fiance. Obviously, he made it for his fiance. It's a love song, but there are some lyrical decisions that were made in this song that I think were pretty detrimental to not only its success, but also the emotional weight he was trying to go for by writing her a song for their wedding day. Not all great songs have to have the best lyrics. The Black Eyed Peas come to mind, shining examples of this.
Here we come, here we go, we gotta rock, 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 rock.
But those songs are like party club songs where like the beat's gonna drown out the music anyway, so it's pretty irrelevant to like spend time writing meaningful lyrics. But with this song, it's completely all about the words that he's singing. It's a love song. So it's not great that the lyrics, when you hear them, make you stop and just like think about what he just said, and you're like, wait, what did he just say? That was absurd. And then you think about it for too long, and it actually like ruins your listening experience to the song because you've stopped in your tracks for too long. So let's just take a look at this track.
How do I describe the way I see you through my eyes? It's like the first time every time when you touch me.
I like how it starts off with him asking, how do I describe the way I see you through my eyes? Because he's not being romantic. I think he's genuinely asking. I think this is more of like a cry for help. I think he's kind of just like, hey, please help me write this. I'm begging you. This is the part of the video when I'm showing it to friends, I'm kind of like looking around and gauging their reactions, because that's kind of when you're like, oh, this song is not very good. Because the start's not too bad. Sounds pretty simple. But when you hit that moment, you're kind of like, oh, that's what he chose to do there. I mean, like him going for that high note doesn't sound the most natural. I don't know. Maybe there was some tweaking in post. Rhyming best friend with champion is also not the best. Forgivable, but not the best. It's a bit of a slant rhyme, a word I Googled. I also should point out that I do know every word to this song. But the next verse is when things start to go off the rails a bit with the lyrics. Maybe it was getting close to wedding day and Drew's like, shit, like I gotta get this done.
Your laugh is just so fun. You're the royal queen of puns.
I just think that one may be missed. I appreciate him getting personal and original, bringing in a personality trait of hers, but I just don't think it hit that hard.
Dance to your own drum like no one's watching. You're my missing puzzle piece. You're the only air I breathe. Without you next to me, life would be boring.
See, now he just flat out dropped the ball on this one. There's no excuses. Boring rhymes with no other word that came before it, not even close. But it also sounds like he thought of it like on the spot with how delayed his delivery was, and also his delivery of it. It's like he was coming up with it. He's like, oh, boring. Like he didn't know what he was about to say. But he's got the lyrics in front of him in the videos, so Are you telling me this is a freestyle? Drew Scott freestyle? Yeah, let's get that happening soon. Also, is this guy getting married in the Coliseum? What is this?
You're so beautiful, got a heart of gold, and I can't believe out of all the guys in the whole wide world, you chose me.
I love that little point to himself. Like, there's some swagger in that point. Yeah, she chose this guy. Sell your house in the morning, make a hit record by evening. Pick this guy. The song is sweet. There's no getting around it. It's a sweet gesture as a quasi-musician for him to do this for his fiance. But it just seems like he needed a little bit more time to iron out the wrinkles to make it that much more special for his fiance. Even though I'm sure she genuinely loved it. I think anybody would be pretty overwhelmed with happiness if someone wrote a love song about them like this. Just a few hiccups along the way. But that's just my opinion on the song, though. I mean, the comments firmly disagree with this stance of mine. Wonderful song, and wow, what a surprise. I had no idea that Drew could sing so well. He's already handsome as all, get out. But add that voice to the looks, and he's also a champion. Fan of the lyrics, okay. Probably the only person in the known universe that is. Also, obviously, a pretty big fan of Drew. Really pretty vocal about that. This was so beautiful in so many levels. Small details like this ones are the ones you'll never forget. The words of the song are so profound and powerful. The fact that he said, "You found me. You chose me." Okay, profound is a bit much in this instance, right? Like, maybe? You can like the song, fine, but that's just a lie, what you just said. And not even the part where he says, "You found me," that is also a lie, because that's the fray, and that song bangs like crazy hard. Is there anything these guys can't do successfully? Well, obviously this will become the new wedding song favorite. Thanks for sharing your wedding with us. Truly beautiful couple. May God bless you union always. Yeah, I'm gonna get out in front of this right now. I can all but guarantee this will not be a new wedding song favorite. I would bet the family home on it. Can you imagine if someone played the Property Brothers at their wedding? I'd think differently of them. I think everyone else would too. How could you not? You can't like attach that to your sacred day. That's like walking down the aisle in like shorts. That may be who you are at that point in your life. You might be pretty into shorts, but you're going to look back on that decision in absolute disgust. I originally wanted this song to be like the highlight and the main focus of this video because I only knew like 2 or 3 of their songs to begin with, and this one I show to anyone I have like more than 5 minutes of time with. But while researching this video, I came across not 1 but 2 Drew Scott original tracks that make You Chose Me sound like it was legitimately nominated for a Grammy. Backtracking here, but when you think of the Property Brothers making music, where does your head immediately go? I think the right and funny answer would be like property-related parody songs. That's sort of where I think everybody's head would be at, right? That would be hilarious, but also it just kind of like makes the most sense too, because it would lean into the fact that they're not singers. You can excuse them not being the most talented musicians if they're making property-based parody songs. But no, they went ahead and made their serious jams. And that's what makes it all the more funny that they actually did make property-related parody music with low-budget videos. Like, that's just, it's so funny. Property-related parody music. There's a new genre right there. Get the Love It or List It duo making diss tracks at the Property Brothers. It's over. The game's over. We win. We'll start things off with Drew's parody of Downtown by Macklemore. How about that, too? The first song is a parody of Macklemore. Let's just watch it, right? Pretty hot start, right? Didn't know Drew could bust a move like that, did ya? But kudos to them for nailing that little inverted moonwalk move at the beginning there. It looks pretty drippy, to be honest.
Walked into the open house, said love it. Agent signed, what up? What's your budget? And I'm like, honestly, I just want to beat my bro John. He said I got the one for you. Come on. Ooh, it's too real.
Can you believe there wasn't a moment at any stage of production where someone just stopped and was like, hey, this doesn't sound very good, like at all? Because that is extremely telling of the kind of company that the Property Brothers keep. Just a big pack of yes men. And I know I'm being way too harsh because this is clearly just for fun, but it just bothers me that these guys have hundreds of millions of dollars and refuse to use it to make these videos and songs a little better. It would just make it so much nicer to listen to if this was like professionally mixed and edited and written and sang. And I guess the Property Bros are just stand-up guys who want to make their own way, want to carve their own path. I respect that. It's like Norman Osborn from Spider-Man.
Like to earn what I get, I can find my own work.
I respect that. You want to make it on your own steam.
Make it appeal to everybody. D. 2 other judges and my brother J.D. Egypt, David, my folks Vanilla Ice, Alana, Lex, Tiff, even got the kitchen cousins.
I honestly wish I could just play this whole video without having to stop it for you. Because, like, what can I say? I have nothing to say. Just watch it. That's the joke. Just watch it. Like, the way he said everybody there
Make it appeal to everybody.
sent a shiver down my spine. And then the kitchen cousins, he like rushed it in at the end. It didn't rhyme with anything. And who are the kitchen cousins, may I ask? Should people know them to the point where you're bragging about having them in the posse and the crew? Because I am unfamiliar with their work. I have a pretty good guess of what they specialize in, but I do not know for sure.
You're going down, going down. You're going down. 1 week each time to renovate.
Didn't even mention there's a feature at all. That's pretty obnoxiously selfish on Drew's part here. Even Andrew Tate mentions when Chris motherfucking Kiss is featured, but then again, I feel like he also makes his presence known. Also, is this girl just like in his construction crew? Why is she shredding vocals?
I'm in a winner's stance, I'm not dancing. I got 2 wins ready to expand them. Cause I'm too damn quick and I'm too damn slick. Whole crew's yelling out, we gonna win! It's me, the SCO to the T's. From Renos to Magic Hell to the Trapeze.
Yeah, those dance moves at the beginning are an issue that I just absolutely will not gloss over. I can't believe he did those. Not only for the camera, but like his crew's waiting for him so they can like jump out at their mark. Like he did this in front of people. I can't even fathom that. It also sounds like he recorded some of the lines for the next like part of the song on his like iPhone or something.
It's me, the SCO to the T's.
Like I'm sure that's the case. The sound quality just takes a catastrophic nosedive. I know he's going for like some effect here on the voice, but like it just sounds like he recorded it on an iPhone 4.
It's the battle of the twins, bro. Only one can win, bro. Better learn from me or what you see is what you get, guys. Don't ever forget, guys. You can't be TD or
Like this type of shit is why like people. This is why everyone makes fun of white people. This little awkward dance towards the camera in sweater and jeans, singing a parody of Macklemore about real estate. Like that is just a loaded clip of material for anyone clowning on white people. The Property Brothers are ruining white people for the rest of the world. They're harming us. So that was the first video of this genre that I had to show you. No joke, I knew it would be the topic of this video before I was halfway through it. It was far too ridiculous for me not to talk about it. So imagine the smile that came across my face when I discovered another homebrewed parody track by them. This one's called Desperate Reno, and it parodies Despacito. That's funny. It also features Dirty Plaid, which I guess is just like Drew's rock star lumberjack carpenter alter ego, which is a pretty fucking dope thing to have, I must admit. So let's just take a friggin' listen here. No, just an immediate no right off the bat. I'm already not cool with what's going down here.
Desperate reno, going over budget, but you have to keep up. Losing profits while I sip from my teacup. I hope your crew doesn't need to film some close-ups. Desperate reno, we know whose house looks best in photos.
I gotta tell you, this guy has some pretty wacky and sexual dance moves that I would not have expected when I hear that the Property Brothers are moving. I mean, he is bumping and grinding out there in ways that I never thought that I would see a Property Brother move. I'm also blown away by the amount of times I've said Property Brothers this video. It feels like I'm trying to hit like a quota or like send subliminal messages to watch HGTV's Property Brothers. I also just find it so funny, like imagining the conversation of him asking his crew here to help him make his property-based diss track towards his brother. Can imagine after he asked them, just like the lunch break conversation, some guy just like eating a sandwich, like, hey, was he serious about us filming a music video? Did anybody else hear him say that?
Gone if you don't win, I know you know that I'm gonna call you slow. Stop and prioritize, don't worry about the diesels. Model that Renault, yeah, we know you like the boom boom. When the walls fall down, don't they like to go boom boom? You picked a
I could forgive a lot of elements in this video that don't necessarily resonate with me if there was like some kind of continuity or cohesion between like the scenes, or even if they were trying to like completely copy the Despacito music video, I would get it. But it's not. It's just a bunch of like random comedy bits about property mixed in with some exotic dancing. Dirty Plaid, which sounds like a slur of some kind, by the way, is just sort of being over sexual around the house for some reason, which I don't have a grasp on that. I honestly don't even know what to say. I don't. Like, I knew I wanted to talk about these videos, but I mostly just wanted to show them to you. It's not like these videos are like movies or something where there's little bits and pieces, like questionable decisions that are funny and make like funny conversation and funny content. Talking about this song and video though just makes me feel like I'm grabbing like the lowest hanging fruit, or like I'm the only person not in on a joke. So I'm like pointing out how bad something is to something that people are like, yeah, they know it's bad. So I just want you to see this. I don't even feel good about making this. I feel guilty. It actually just feels like I'm like mocking someone's high school video assignment. I was in Comtech in high school, and one of the assignments was to like make videos, and a lot of people made music videos, and they looked a lot like this. The difference now is I'm 24, and these are multimillionaires who can afford to do better than this, so there's an opening there for me to joke about it. It's just a very interesting situation to me. Why they started a personal YouTube channel where they film and edit the videos themselves, I don't know. Because, like I mentioned at the beginning, it isn't only music. They were doing like sketches. They were doing bread clip hacks, you name it, the whole nine. These guys are just absolutely, I can't stress this enough, rolling in money.
Keep on rolling, baby.
Just tumbling around in Benjamins, my name. They could just pay people any sum of money to come up with ideas and film them and edit them professionally for them. But they, like, I don't know, I guess they just want the creative control? Is that the right call? Hey, who knows? Well, what have we learned today? For a lot of you, it's probably that the Property Brothers have music. Not me. Been on that train. Conducting that train. Have been for years now. I mean, these guys aren't like the worst singers in the world. By a long shot, they are not. But there's just like a noticeable gap between their music and the music that I would choose to listen to on a daily basis. And the gap is just too large to ignore. But anyways, that'll be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Really hope you liked it, because it was fun to do research for this one. Easy to go to work here knowing that's what I'm doing. But again, I have to plug my Instagram and TikTok because I crave attention and approval. So here's one of my latest. Now listen, I know this is going to be tough for both of us, but you know, Brian was a good friend to you and to me, and his family's going to be there, and we got to be strong for them here, for their sake, because it's going to be tough. It's going to be tougher for them than it even is for us. But just put on a brave face, and you know, let's be strong for their sake today. Why did you just Dukes of Hazzard slide over the hood of the car? Pretty proud of that one. I think it's kind of funny. Anyways, thanks again for watching, because if you didn't, life would be boring. That's a reference. All right, peace out.